listening to the Mid Morning Talk on Salam Media, and it's a very sad story that we bring to you today. The Department of Sports, Arts and Culture and the Gauteng Department of Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation has learned with sadness of the tragic and untimely passing of 11-year-old Kabelo Masela from Alexandra Township in Gauteng, who drowned in a swimming pool during his football team's visit to Palestine. DSAC was approached by the Palestinian embassy to support the Alexandra Northrand Local Football Association to partake in the Palestine Free Soccer Tournament. This tournament involves soccer matches between Alexandra's soccer team and Cape Town soccer team against Palestinian football clubs. And to tell us more about or rather to give us some feedback, is Zima Savelapi, the Head of Communications and Marketing at Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. Good morning, Zimasa, and thank you for joining me.
Good morning, Marianne, and good morning to your listeners.
So, Zimasa, can you tell us what happened and when did this unfortunate incident take place?
Thank you very much, Marianne. As you are aware in the statement, we were approached by the Palestinian embassy to support, and we did the financial support, which was the flights for the 28 people that traveled, as well as stipend and the equipment and kit. Then the department and the team departed on the 13th of July, and we are set to come back on the 21st. And we were told by our officials that on the ground on Sunday morning about the incident, and apparently it happened early Sunday, on either Saturday or Sunday, but we were informed on Sunday morning about the incident, and we then had an urgent meeting with our minister, and minister then directed the team from both provincial and national departments to go and visit Kabelo's family so that they hear it from us instead of telephone calls, but they have a personal visitation from both departments.
All right. So, does the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, or the Department of or Gauteng Department of Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation have any background information on what happened during that time? We learned that he drowned in a swimming pool. So, were there no adult supervision? Who was present, etc.?
Yesterday, we had a telephone conversation with our officials that are in Palestine, as well as because they're working with the High Commissioner there. At that moment, they told us the details were still sketchy, but the police were doing the investigation. So we are still waiting. We don't want to make any speculations. We're waiting for the reports from the police, Palestinian police, as well as our team that is based in Palestine. But we want to really mention that the management of the team had traveled with the kids. So there was adults with the teams. But what happened really at the moment is still very sketchy, and we don't want to make any insinuations or try and figure out what it is. But once we get those reports, we are definitely going to come back and announce it. But I do want to mention that before we even shared the statement with the media, we also engaged Kabelo's family and showed them the statement, and we wanted them to let us know whether it was okay for us to then announce the tragic moment to the South African media, and they were okay with it.
All right. So Kabelo's family have been notified. So where to from here? Are they going to be traveling to Palestine, etc.?
Yes. When the department, both departments went to visit them, we wanted to find out how we could assist, and they told us that they wanted to travel. So there are arrangements that are being made for 3 members of his family to travel to Palestine. Yesterday, we assisted them in making sure that they get their passports. So yesterday, we went to Home Affairs, and they're going to get their passports today. And then also DERCO is assisting us in getting the arrangements of making sure that when they get there, they can come back with Kabelo's body. And of course, the Palestinian embassy and the Palestinian government is also assisting with the travel and the tickets. They are paying for the flights for the family. So we have 3 family members of his family that are going to Palestine.
All right, and where to from here, especially for the football team?
We will come back to you on that one because at the moment, both teams and our officials were still stunned. But what we've done for Kabelo's family, for example, here in South Africa, through Gauteng Department of Sport, Arts and Culture and Recreation, there is a psychological support that is being availed to the family for counseling. And that is one of the things that the High Commissioner in Palestine was working on for the team that is there. But of course, when they come back, we will make sure that those services continue because it is a traumatic experience, and especially for children who then, experience one of their own being, deceased so early on. Can you imagine you get an opportunity to go and play overseas, and the next thing you come back and you're no longer alive. So those are the services that will be made available to both teams when they come back to South Africa.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Zimasa, and for shedding some light on that unfortunate incident.
Thank you very much, Mary Ann. We will keep you updated as soon as we get more detail in terms of what exactly has happened.
All right. We will appreciate that. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Zimasa Velapi, Head of Communications and Marketing for the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. And from the incident here that she shared with us, it was such a happy event which turned into tragedy, unfortunately, because 11-year-old Kabelo from Alexandra drowned in a swimming pool during his team's visit to Palestine. And the departments, the senior officials from both the DSAC and GDSA CR have met Kabelo's family and have initiated interventions intended to ensure that all necessary support is provided, and they will also be supporting or rather providing psychosocial support to the family members as well as the team members during this most trying times. And we ask for ease and patience for the family and everyone involved in this situation. Please stay with us. We will be right back after the break.
For a long time, we've lived in a centralized world where institutions held the all-important data and confirmed all transactions. Those times are over. Welcome to Libertas Group, a blockchain development company boasting an ecosystem that continually redefines the way we do business. Our blockchain is decentralized, making it immune to hacking or alteration, putting the power back in your hands with no middleman so you can focus on the growth of your business. Libertas, the simplest investment choice you'll make.
Decades of war, devastating drought, and economic collapse have pushed the Afghan people to the edge of survival. 24 million need life-saving aid, and 5 million children are knocking on famine's door. The world cannot just watch as this terrible crisis unfolds. With your support, the Al Imdad Foundation is delivering emergency relief to the Afghan people. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
It's the most exclusive event of the year, the Randery Jewelers Gold Souk Weekend. Fantastic deals on gold earrings, diamond rings, wedding jewelry, and so much more. Treat yourself to a relaxing foot massage, gorgeous henna application, or indulge in our delicious high tea. Join us on the 30th and 31st of July at the Houghton Golf Club in Houghton, Johannesburg. Follow Randery Jewelers on Instagram for more details. Randery Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah akbar. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah akbar. At times I feel that the sun is hidden by a hazy sky, and the lights around me hide the moon at night. I know you're closer than the veins that keep me living, 'cause all around me I feel your mercy. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah akbar. Subhanallah. And yet, so high, so high. Remember, most of all, I remember the smells. Where there's a right, there is no wrong. I always thought we were so strong, but our time just flew right by. There wasn't a chance to say goodbye. I'm so confused, I feel all alone. Deep in my heart I know Allah has called you home. But yeah, your smile still lingers in my mind. And yeah, it's so hard, I just break down and cry. I remember your eyes, find a way to melt my heart. Most of all, I remember your smile. Sometimes I lie awake at night, the pain in my heart I just can't fight. Why did you have to go away? Yet I know none of us can stay. You'll always be so special to me. In this world you'll always live as a memory. Whoa. But yeah, your smile still lingers in my mind. And yeah, it's so hard, I just break down and cry. I remember your eyes, find a way to melt my heart. Most of all, I remember your
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media, humanitarian journalism.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media, and we bring you the tragic story of untimely passing of 11-year-old Kabelo Masela from Alexandra township in Gauteng, who drowned in a swimming pool during his football team's visit to Palestine. And earlier on, I spoke to Zimasa Velabi, the head of communications and marketing of the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. And at the moment, we have Abubakar Bubi Kasim, the coach of the team, and our heartfelt condolences to the coach as well as the team and to the family of Kabelo Masela. Assalamu alaikum, Coach Kasim, and shukran for joining us on to enlighten us on this tragic story.
Yeah, walaikum salam, wa rahmatullahi. Yes, it's sad indeed. We are all still very much traumatized and in a state here in Palestine. But we're going to carry on with the tour and finish the tour for Kabelo. And in the name of Kabelo, it's a sad story here, guys, but we're trying to keep us as seniors and coaches and management, we're trying to keep ourselves very strong for the sake of the other kids and just trying to manage the situation and trying to make it better for them.
And how is the mood in the camp at the moment? I can imagine it is very somber.
Yeah, well, look, everybody is down. Everyone, I can say, even the people that are hosting us here, they like our own brothers and sisters here. So it touched everyone. But we also need to understand that we don't have counselors from South Africa here. So it becomes difficult. So what we need to do is to keep the kids motivated, to keep them up there so that it doesn't affect them that deeply, that it will also injure them mentally. Therefore, we as parents, I had a meeting just now before I spoke to you with everyone just to tell them to keep the kids busy, to keep them at bay and let us just do certain things. We're going to leave later on to go to Ramallah, pray again in the name of Kabelo. So we're trying to keep the motivation high so that it doesn't affect the kids too much. So we came here as one team, as one family. We had that bond, a very tight bond with each and every one, and now it's even more important to carry on with that.
All right. And you just mentioned that there aren't any counselors from South Africa there yet, but has the team received any sort of psychosocial support as yet?
Yeah, look, we have a doctor aboard, and then there's a few teachers and mothers here that has a bit of experience in counseling, but I mean professional counselors from South Africa is not here, but the boys are taking it in spirit of Kabelo, and we're keeping them busy as much as we can, and just to keep that spirit high. We have quite a lot of support from the Palestinian people here where we are, and also from our council and that. There's a lot of support, but it's our duty now to keep our children very tight with us and keep them busy. They are busy. They are doing certain things. We had sessions this morning with him, and it's very hard out here. So most of the things during the course of the day is inside.
All right, so Coach, I'm sure a question on many people's minds at the moment was, where was there any adult supervision? Like, what exactly transpired that led to Kabelo's untimely tragic death?
I cannot comment on that because government will release statements on that. They have questioned everyone. Until the parents arrive here, the parents are on their way to Palestine. For now, we can only give our situation here, but to comment on what has happened in that must be divulged by our ambassador first here in Palestine.
All right, okay. And how far in the tournament was the team when this tragedy took place?
Well, it wasn't a tournament. It was games allocated in 4 different provinces here in Palestine, where the top teams of the Palestinian province is hosting us. Like in Jerusalem, the what's the name? Kabelo Masela is the top team in Jerusalem. They hosted us. In Jericho, we played against Moon, which hosted us. In all the provinces where we go, we're playing against the top teams. Today we're going to Ramallah, and the team's playing in Ramallah. Our Chef Academy. So that is the tour is about that, playing against the top teams in different provinces.
Mm-hmm. All right. Since going forward, the team will be doing or playing the rest of the games in honor of Kabelo. Please give us a little bit about Kabelo's background and what type of player was he and team member.
You know, in every group of kids that you have, you get the bubbly one, the one that is always bubbly and always very active and always joking and things like that. Kabelo was that boy in this group, and that's the reason why it affected everyone, because he's that lovable boy around. He always talks, he always makes a joke, he always smiles, he was just that great boy. And when you're that type of person, you actually affect everyone in the group. And that's the kind of boy that Kabelo is. He was a very good soccer player. He was a very good footballer. We enjoyed whatever he did. Now remember, that same day, Kabelo went to Jerusalem. He went to Masjid al-Aqsa. He went to the Dome of the Rock. He went to the church of Al-Qiyamah Church, which is the great church where Jesus and that is. And then this happened. So, look, you can make that out yourself now. How this boy was handled by all of this in one day in his life. I know the significance about the Aqsa, the significance about the church and that. So for now, that is all I can give to you. Shukran.
All right, shukran for your time, Coach. Our condolences to you, the team, as well as the family of Kabelo, and good luck in with the rest of the games.
Shukran so much, shukran, and shukran for your support. And we will be flying back on Thursday, and hopefully be on the airport on Friday. So shukran, just keep us in your du'as. And also, in closure, I want the South Africans to understand that the Palestinians here where we are in full support. They support us greatly, and they're very thankful that we are here. And we also just want to thank them for hosting us so well. So shukran to everyone.
Afwan, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
And that was Coach Abu Bakr Bubi Kasim, the coach of the team that went to play soccer in Palestine. And unfortunately, during their time there, we learned about the sadness of the tragic and untimely passing of 11-year-old Kabelo Masela from Alexandra in Gauteng, who drowned in a swimming pool. But more details about more details about his tragic death will be released in a statement once the family gets there and the team returns back to the country. But we do wish them well. We do wish the team well during the rest of the games, and hopefully during this difficult time, they can try their best to come together as a team in the name of Kabelo Masela and win the rest of the games. It is 12 p.m. You are listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media. We will be right back.